Parents acting like judges.
Thank you, Rav.
Okay.
Hara.
Yeah.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
And can I ask you a question off topic, of course?
Yes,
There's this thing that's going on viral about this non-Jewish guy who married a Jewish girl in Brooklyn, and he lied about his identity. So do you think he's honest about wanting to convert? Like there's a whole thing going on about some people say he's honest, others say no.
I'll tell you something. I saw everything. He is honest, but he was wrong in one place. If you paid attention to what is he saying, he said, but I wanted to convert. I wanted to be a Jew. I wanted to be I. But he forgot that every coin have two sides. Meantime, he ruined a girl's life. Because from very, very selfish point of view, I was surprised that no one even said something about it, because he wanted to convert and he wanted very much. So he was ready to burn her for his own purposes. This is not acceptable. No. The sincerity is there. But his deeds.
How didn't she know?
What?
How didn't she know? I still don't understand that part.
Me too. I don't understand how come nobody asking where is your Abba, where is your Ima, a brother,
Exactly.
a sister.
Exactly.
Somebody.
I don't get it. Yeah.
I don't get it also.
Who put him on the bus?
Which bus?
Isn't that the whole idea, that he went on the wrong bus?
No. It's not the kid. No, it's not the kid. It's something else.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so let's go back. What we want to talk about, and we want to talk about our kids, which is the most important thing. Now, I want to ask you a question. What happens if you're talking to a person and he did not understand you well? And he will answer you the way that he understood what you're saying. And you meant totally something else. And he's attacking you and he's saying to you things which are not, that's not what I meant. But that's what he understood. Is it fair? Is it intelligent?
No, Rav, it's not fair. Probably the source of the information was unclear.
So, as I saying over and over again, if you talk to a person and he's saying to you something that you think that you don't like, so you have to ask him, this is what you mean to say? Is that what you mean? He might tell you yes, he might tell you no. But are we asking a question? No. So now imagine we are the parents. The way that we think and the way that the child think, it's two different ends. And many times we are shooting an arrow into the heart of the child without understanding what he's saying. And you don't mean to hurt your child. Nobody mean to hurt your child. But to fix it is going to be very difficult. So I'm asking everybody, please, please, you have to pay attention and to think very well of what we're saying, even between a husband and a wife. You know, sometimes people are saying things without even thinking twice. What's going to be the outcome over here? And if what I'm saying fits the reality. So you have to learn how to talk so that the other person will not have any other interpretation to what you say. So you can say, I mean, if you want to talk, right, you say, you know, I mean, let me tell you what I mean. I mean that you are annoying me. You are annoying me. And I'm not happy with you. And, you know, I'm suffering because of that. When you're talking like that, there is no any other interpretation. You're saying that's what I mean. And if the child says, I don't like this house. Okay, what you don't like? It's too cold, it's too hot, your bed is too small, or too many showers, or who knows what. Do you ask him? Nobody asks. You say, what? What? You don't like this house? Maybe that's not what he meant. If you sit down with him and tell him, what do you mean that you don't like this house? What you don't like, maybe we can change it. And you're going to find out that he doesn't like this house because today Ima didn't buy Coca-Cola. So because he didn't buy Coca-Cola, I don't like this house. What the Coca-Cola have to do with the house and the bedrooms and everything else, I don't know. But this is a child. This is a child. So, what does it mean? Maybe somebody can tell me, what does it mean, miscommunication?
Misunderstand each other, misinterpret the situation or the comment.
No, how?
I think when one person says one thing and the other person interprets what they've said as meaning something different.
Good. That's right. No. Let's say Reuven and Shimon, they have an argument on one topic. They have an argument. So each one is coming up with idea that doesn't sit well with the other one. Reuven don't like what Shimon's saying, and Shimon don't like what Reuven is saying. And each side is doing very putting a lot of effort to convince the other side that what he's saying is right. So now, when Reuven sees that Shimon is not budging, listen to what he says. You don't know what you're talking about. How many times a day you hear it? Anybody else? Or you still at the wedding?
Yes, Rav, we hear that a lot.
Okay. You don't know what you're talking about. It means what?
You take away that
Okay.
person's authority.
Do you know who don't know what is he talking about? Only a shote, meaning a crazy guy. Or drunk. Meaning, in a way, Reuven sending you a message, you idiot. But he's saying it in a nice way. You don't know what you're talking about. That's the message. That's what it is. Are you agree to what I'm saying? Hello?
Yes, Rav. Yes, that's
Yes, yes.
If you're not going to answer me, I'm going to start to sing.
Sing.
I'm warning you.
if you say that, nobody's gonna talk anymore.
We want to hear you singing.
Only at the weddings.
Yes, that's Hashem. Yes.
Bezrat Hashem. So now, I disagree with what I said. We can interpret it like that, but how about if I show you another side of it? Might very well be that Reuven very much appreciate Shimon, and he always appreciates Shimon is fair, smart, clever. Whatever I meant to say now, that you don't know what you're talking about. He says, it doesn't sit well with me. Usually you clear. This time, it doesn't click with my mind. So it can sound bombastic. You shote, you an idiot. Or you say, only this time, I don't know what happened to you. You don't make sense. Do you see the difference?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, Rabbi.
You want to force me to sing, I see.
It was your idea, not ours.
That's no threat. That would be wonderful
Yeah, wonderful. Okay.
if you sing.
Only if you behave. Okay.
Did he say the same words or he said something else, the second one?
No. We arguing. I disagree with you because it doesn't sit well from where I'm coming from.
But those are the words you should use, not to say you're an idiot or something. You
No.
don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you're talking about. What does it mean?
Uh-huh.
It's like
That you disagree.
No.
So that can have two meanings, just saying. That
Absolutely. Usually, who don't know what is he talking about?
Crazy person, you said.
Either you drunk
Or crazy.
or crazy.
or you shote.
Shote is crazy.
Okay.
This is one way to interpret it. And the other way is, I don't know what happened to him. Usually he's very smart. How come he doesn't see what I see? So only this time, I think he doesn't know what is he talking about. But it's not what we said in the beginning. So it depends how you're going to judge a situation, right? Now we becoming the judges. Somebody told me, you don't know what you're talking about. So now I become a judge. Ah, that's what you're telling me. So I'm crazy, right? Because that's the way I want to judge it. Why I don't judge it favorably? The second option that we presented. So what happened? The other side, after years, you shote, that's what he is interpret. Ah, you calling me crazy? Huh? I don't know what I'm talking about. You think he'll keep quiet now? He will jump. And it will say, you crazy, your family is crazy. Everybody knows it already, right? It's in your genes. And from misunderstanding, why? It can go who knows where. Okay? So now, who is to blame over here? Reuven or Shimon?
Both of them.
Okay.
They shouldn't have been fighting to begin with.
The start one was that Reuven was not clear enough to understand what he's saying. So Shimon had to tell him, you don't know what you're talking about. Should I give you an example at home? Yeah? Okay. Ima saying to the kids, after you're playing with the toys, I want you to fix all the toys. Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Now you're talking to a child.
No way they're going to understand that.
Ima said to fix the toys or to clean the toys or to put everything back. The child didn't get what he wanted to say. If you come into the child and tell them, you see it's in the box when you finish it, when you finish to play, I want you to put it back in the box the same way it was. And you open the cover, you see how it is? You see how it is? When you finish, please, I want you to put it back. Okay. That's clear. That's clear. But Ima cooking there, when you finish, you can put it back in the place. Hello? You took into a child. You're not, even a grown-up will not understand you. So who is to blame, Ima or the kids?
Ima.
Ima.
And then Ima said, this is how you fix? This is what I told you? That's what you told us. And the kids developing resentment, Ima just picking on us and And who knows where he's going to lead. Did you see once a person in love? Is he talking with hints? Or he's saying things like, everything is clear. Huh? Yes or no?
They're in La La Land.
There is a land that's called Lala. Yes. But when you see when a person wants to express himself and he means it, he is so good. He's saying it from the bottom of his heart and he wants to make sure that he's clear. How many times, okay, your husband told you, I love you, and you say, how do you love me? How do you love me? How? Piton, you see? He doesn't know even what to say. So it can be, you know, I give you what you want, I'll buy you this, I buy you that. That's love, okay? We have to learn to talk specific, to the point. So our words will be clear. Rabotai, you're talking to kids, they don't understand what we understand. Many times you see kids all of a sudden they erupting and you don't know where it's coming from. And you said one word, but this one word was the match that lights the whole thing that was already piling up there. Because Ima is not clear of what she's saying. I want you to clean the table. Okay. Tell me something. What a child knows how to clean a table? And then Ima comes and says, that's called clean? That's called clean? For the kids, yes. For you, no. So explain them. Explain them what you want. Can you put the tablecloth, please? Yes. They put. What did they do? One side is kimat up to the floor. The other side is by the edge of the table. And the kids, what they see? That the table is covered. Here comes Ima. They say, Mommy, we finished. Here comes the inspector. The inspector. They say, Ani lo ma'amina. I can't believe it. This how you doing it? What, are you blind? Don't you see one side? The tablecloth is on the floor and the other side is not even reaching the edge of the table. That's what you're doing? But you told us to cover the table. We covered it.
Rav, can I ask a question?
Yes.
By what age is it reasonable to assume that your child is learning through the example of what they see around them and that they don't really need that level of specific instruction? Like they've seen a tablecloth already X number of times, they should know. And I know that's not a good thing to say should know, but I mean, they've been living for some time. They see how it's been done over and over again. When is it reasonable to say, you've seen this enough times, you should know?
I feel like never. My
You
kids are
think a
18,
child care for the
12.
tablecloths? He can see it 1,000 times. He did not register בכלל. Because
What's going on through their minds? Like they're living, what are they thinking about?
about how they look, about their friends. You didn't buy them a phone. I have homework. You know, they have so many things on their mind. We don't know that, right? They hate the school bus. There's many things that running in their mind. The last thing in their mind, if Bichlal is there, is how the tablecloths look. But you, Ima, you care, and you know how it looks, and you get upset. How come they don't get the message?
Rav,
Yes,
so basically we need to show our children everything, teaching them before we actually expect from them.
yeah. Then they don't have any claim against you.
Could it be that a child is shown how to do something, and when they are told specifically to how to do it, they're still not doing it the proper way?
When they want to annoy you, yes.
Okay, so what if you have kids like that?
I knew it's coming. It means it's piling up, and we have to sit down and to see what's going on there. As I said many times, there is no action without a reason.
So what is piling up? Meaning they get annoyed by Ima? By Ima's
Well,
request? Does Ima
Good.
request?
Maybe בכלל your approach is annoying them. Maybe you're too tough. Maybe you're not soft. We have to see what's going on. To answer this kind of questions, I have to know exactly what's going on,
Mhm.
because who knows what the child piled up.
Mhm. Sometimes I feel like certain things are common sense, no? Like especially if the child is already much older and they already know how to do things. Have that problem, but
My dear parents, let me tell you something. Kids have common sense only when it comes to candies, to friends, to telephones, and so on. Then they have common sense. What you want them to have a common sense, they have no clue בכלל. Let me ask you a question. Is your husband have a common sense? Huh?
not always.
No? How old is he? 5?
Old enough.
Old enough.
He sees that you're tired and everything else. Where is the common sense? Get up and help.
Right.
I was going to say, Harab, my husband also doesn't want to do the tablecloth, is not
Why?
interested. They're also not interested in the tablecloth being the way I do it, right? The way the wife does it. It's
Okay,
not their thing.
so I'm very glad to inform you that your husband is perfectly normal, because no man likes it. If he likes
That's
it,
what I meant.
I will respect him.
That's what I meant. It's not age related or child related.
No.
It's can
No,
be
it's-
anybody.
It's a man mentality. Okay, fine.
Right.
It's good enough.
So here coming the Torah into the picture to teach him how to perform, even though it's not his cup of tea.
Right.
Okay? But if these are the symptoms, very good ones, you have a normal husband, perfectly normal.
Mhm. Yes.
Let me ask you a question. If a woman will act like a man, it's normal?
No.
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 Of course not.
Okay. So once I told you, I had a couple over here, and the husband came with the list. I'm telling you, even accountant don't have such a list.
Oy vavoy.
Everything line by line, and he wanted me to read it. I said, I don't know how to read well English. Maybe you read and I want to hear what you say. I wanted to see how he's going to present it. So he started to read line by line, ככה לאט לאט. My wife, she is panicky. She is crying every moment. She screams all day. She's too emotional. She's annoying me, always want me to talk to her. She have no security. She's no this. After he finished like 20, segments, I told him, I'm very happy to inform you after what you said. Okay, my diagnosis is that you have a wife perfectly normal. If you're not going to tell me this, something is wrong. Okay, this is our lady. That's what she is. Yes, she have to learn how to work on this and was okay, fine. But what you're telling me was perfectly normal. What do you want? Your wife to be not sensitive, cold like ice? I feel bad for you kids. So he kept quiet. I don't know what you're saying. What you're saying. Whatever the Gemara saying, exactly that's what you said. Abraham, you're perfectly normal. Baruch Hashem.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Except for being in Connecticut.
That's not normal. That's not normal.
That's
Okay,
not
but,
normal. No.
but
We're gonna work on it.
I'm judging you favorably. Maybe you are in a special mission in your neighborhood. I don't know you.
It's probably
We hope-
true, right,
I would
Deborah?
hope
That's
so.
probably true.
Okay, good. I'll vote for it. Okay. Now, what we're talking now, actually, we're talking about communications, how to communicate in a right way, which we all lacking. Oh boy. Oh boy. So, do we have the privilege to judge somebody else?
No.
No.
Here is the Pirkei Avot. And Pirkei Avot says, אל תדון את חברך עד שתגיע למקומו. Don't judge your friend until you're gonna get in the same situation, same scenario, and let's see what you're gonna do. Many people, sometimes you see a person and say, I have a headache. You say, okay, so what's the big deal? What, you have a headache? It's okay. Why? Because it doesn't hurt him. But when he have a headache, why? He's saying to his wife, I think you should call Atzala. I have a headache. maybe I have something, maybe a tumor, maybe this. But yesterday you said, what's the big deal? It's only a headache. To judge other people is very easy because you're not there. Get into the shoes, get to the same scenario, and we'll see. Many people are coming and say, you know, we don't have the parnasa, it's a little bit difficult. So other person, where is your bitachon? Where is, you have to trust Hashem, everything is okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, you know, he talks like me, you know, shara bitachon, shara bitachon. You have to learn chovot alevavot. A month later, he got into trouble. And now his parnasa is in jeopardy. Pitom he is a face Tisha B'Av. He's not talking anymore. I said, no, Habibi, what happened to you? I said, you know, my parnasa is this. Maybe you should learn Shara Bitachon also. Huh? Now when it comes to him, he doesn't know how to say to himself, that's what Hashem wants, it's good for me. So, don't judge anybody. I'll tell you something that happened to me. Unintentionally, I was in Israel and I pulled inside gas station. Here comes the person to help me. I see a guy, why? What a hair he has and what. So, but by the way he spoke to me, I was surprised. Says, "Good morning, Kvod Harav." Good morning, I told him. Good morning. How can I help? How can I help Kevodo? He didn't even. He talks to me like, you know, like a third party, with respect. So, you
It
know,
is unusual for Israelis.
yeah, he talks with respect, but his look doesn't fit the description.
Wow.
I told him, you're such a tzaddik, you have such an neshama. Chaval that you look like that. You know what he did? He said, Rabbi, don't look at me like this. I have a tzitzit I have. He is opening up his buttons and he pull out a tzitzit and it's summertime, not a cotton one, a wool one. Like like it should be. But he had no kippah. I got out of my car. I hugged him. I told him, I'm telling you, one day you're going to be such a tzaddik, you. Be'emet. And if I offended you, I'm terribly sorry. He said, no, chas v'shalom, you did not offend me, chas v'shalom. He said, no. Because I thought that it took me into the wrong way. But he said, no. He says, I know that my look, he says, I'm working on it. So I told them, don't work too hard. You're a Jew. If a Jew decides something to do, nobody will stand on his way. So, no. I told him, I hope by next time that I'll come here. He says, pray for me. Okay. The Israeli way. But you cannot. Then I told my wife, I told her, you see, I almost judged him by the way that he looks. Don't you ever judge a person from the outside. You know, in my kollel, when I used to learn, you know where I learned, right?
Borough Park, right, Rav?
Borough Park, but the Hasidim, Satmer.
Oh, wow.
Yes, for 25 years I was there.
Oh, wow.
And you cannot be a Chazan if you don't have a beard and a pealach, forget it. Don't even think about it, Bichlal. One day, we coming to pray a mincha. I see a guy with a casket, no beard, no pealach, and he is the Chazan. I'm looking left, right. What happened over here? So I'm talking to my Chevruta. I told them, what, did you change the rules? He said, why? What happened? I said, no beard, no. He said, after the tefillah, I'll tell you. Pray. Okay. After the tefillah, my Rebbe called me. My Rebbe is a Chaimov. He said, you see this guy? He is a tzaddik shebetzaddikim. I said, how? He said, he is a shaliach, a messenger is going to Yemen with tons of money, cash money, and he is bribing the government, and he taking the Jews out of Yemen, the one that's still there, the remaining. There is no more Jews there. They took them all out. They paid millions of dollars. So to look like, like a broker, not religion, not klum, like he is buying them to be his own slaves. He is buying them slaves. They say, you're buying the Jews to be slave? Good. They didn't know that he is a Jew. He took off the beard, took off the pealach. And you know what is for them to take off the beard? Like you're killing him. But to save souls, he did it. I'm telling you, I told him, why didn't you tell me this before the tefillah? Not every day we have the privilege to daven with such a chazan. From the outside, you're not going to buy him for a cent. He looks like anybody else. But his deeds, his life is on the line every second. Just to save Jews that Bichlal is Ashkenaz and they are Yemenite. What does he have to do with that? He said, it's my brothers. The Jews. We have to save them. Who knows this?
Only the Rav's Rebbe.
Few people knows about it. But you know how many Jews came out of Yemen? Thousands. Don't you ever judge nobody from the outside. And don't judge a person until you get to his point. That's why I don't judge the people, the conservatives and the reform. The people are miskenim. They don't know anything. The rabbis, so-called rabbis, reshaim gmurim, because they know. The simple people, what do they know? What do they know? We have to pray for them. After all, they're Jews. This is our brothers and sisters that we lost. To judge them? So why are we judging our kids? Have you been in the classroom? Do you have a crazy teacher like he has?
No.
Or do you have the friends, each one with his own? We're dumping the child in the school and everything is the school problem. That's it. If you want to influence somebody or to convince someone, don't cancel his ideas. You say, I hear what you're saying. You know, it's, but I think that I have something that also may sound better, but I didn't cancel what you say. Usually what we're doing, we chop you off. You say what you're saying, but not acceptable. So you're the judge already. Living with is a myth. It's a skill that we have to acquire. It's a skill that everybody has to acquire in order not to destroy the kids, you know. Now, I think in every school, if the teachers are here, they can tell you. They see kids that we didn't see 10 or 20 years ago. Not at all. It is getting tougher and tougher. It gets so bad that they need school psychologists. Who heard that the school needs psychologists?
בכלל לא. We didn't even think about it.
מי שמע, who בכלל thought about something like that? If I'm not you see, even when I talk to people which are not observant, say, you don't know what fun means. I say, okay. Good. So let's talk about fun. Let's talk about fun. Okay. I say, yes, it's fun to go sightseeing. It's fun to go this. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. Okay, beside. I said, but you know what? there is another fun that you don't know about. Your fun, I know. My fun, I think that you don't know. So let me advise you what fun means according to us. I didn't say that you're wrong, but let me present the other side. So first of all, he feels that I didn't come to chop his head. And now his ears will be much more open to hear what I have to say. But if I'll tell them your fun is our hell, what do you think happened now? What do you think happened?
You would have
Lost
become
him.
defensive.
Huh?
You would have become defensive.
The
And so-
conversation is already over. The conversation is over. Meaning is that we are in two different ends. There is nothing to discuss over here. That's all. So let's think how many times the child talking to us and we judging what he says. Yes or no?
Yes, we are.
Is it fair?
No, it's not.
Are you sitting in the classroom?
No,
No. Do you have these friends?
no, we don't have their struggles. We don't have, no,
Are you sitting on the school bus?
no,
Are you like him getting orders all day long?
no. We're giving the orders all day long to them.
So now I just want you to participate what a child feels. You know, what's inside of his boiling pot. And the parents have no clue. And with all this, they want to punish him yet.
But Rabbi, in olden days also the kids got orders and they were afraid of fathers and
We
so
were not afraid.
why it didn't affect them that much.
We were not afraid. We paid a lot of respect. There is a difference between fear
You're right, yes.
and respect.
A lot of respect, yes.
Yeah.
So that's why it didn't affect the kids.
Yes. Yes. And from their home, I learned what respect means.
Right. Which today you mean that they don't learn this at home.
Did you see once our parents talk to each other?
Yeah. Our
How
parents.
many times, and I have to say it, you know, but because I cannot take it. How many times the F curses flying in the room?
Which never happened in our times, yeah. Never ever, yeah.
A lot happening now.
Today, people cursing left and right.
Especially when the kids are there, they don't even care.
We know because we can no longer have phone conversations with people on the phone.
On the phone, they say.
You cannot, it's like a normal, to them, it's a normal language. It's no longer a curse. It became a language.
A slang.
It's a thing to do. It's cool.
It's so terrible, filthy.
Yes, yes.
And men A woman? A woman? Why? Why? So the kids seeing all this. How can you judge them? How can you judge them? First, you judge yourself. The language that we use here. I get a telephone call, a parent, wow, just on the verge of losing her mind. Rabbi Chaimov, my son came home and he's using the F curses. Where did he hear it? He's going to yeshiva. He is a child. He doesn't know even what he's saying. But how many times you said it? Kids, 5, 6 years old, they cursing in Russian. I'm telling you, the teachers come to tell me, what we're going to do. The neshama is sick. People who talk like that, they have to know. The neshama is filthy, they have to clean it up.
Rav, what if you tell that to somebody and they get offended?
Depends how you're saying it and to whom you're saying it.
Let's say you're saying it to somebody who's family.
So you're telling, excuse me. We don't want to hear such a language.
Like the person understood that I'm correct and they did not fight with me about it, but they said, yeah, I have this problem. I need to work on it. So I said to the person, how do you work on it if you just cursing? Like there's no restraint. How do you help the person to have restrainment over their mouth? Like they're saying I need to work on it, but yet it's keep happening. So how are you working on it?
He doesn't learn. Only the Torah will clean him out.
So he has to what? Listen to come like full throttle Musar?
He has to go to yeshiva. He has to come to shul, sit down and open up books and to start.
No, but what if it's a female? I mean,
a female?
Yeah.
She should go to classes. And for a female is a terrible thing.
When I ask her, why do you speak like that? She says, I grew up in a household like that.
There we go. So she's a victim.
But I feel like that's just an excuse that people use. I mean,
no, it's not. Many kids today are victims. The victims of their parents. I have to say it. I have to say it.
Right, but a person doesn't have like self awareness that whatever he's doing is wrong. Just because it was spoken in his household doesn't mean that I have to become like that.
No, they know they're wrong. They know it, but it's so deep in their subconscious already, it's in the neshama.
So it's like an illness?
Yes. Thanks to the parents. They did a very nice job.
So it's enrooted in the person, Rav.
Right, but now it's passing on to the grandkids, like because now the mother speaks like that, the children of the mother speak like that.
So if the mother, she is responsible and she knows that she was a victim, so now you make sure not to do the same thing to your own kids if you love them.
Yeah, but I see this person's friends, like her friends also cursing left and right. So I'm like thinking, how do you want to do tshuva with your mouth if you're not isolating yourself from such people that are not going to help you to
So,
improve?
so listen to me. If you have a cancer and the doctor told you, you know, you have to stay away from this and from that, don't eat this, don't eat that, you say, okay, I know the problem, but I cannot separate from that.
Why not?
That's what she is, you know. She'll tell you, so what you want me to do, to stay with no friends?
No, find yourself a crowd of friends that don't curse.
Okay. So that's what she have to do. She have to take things into her hands. She understands that the neshama is ill very much. And now I want to clean my neshama. That's the goal. So whatever don't fit my goal has to go out of here.
Right.
We're not good at it. We want to do everything in one shot. It's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
To be successful with your kids, you have to know we have a problem, we have to fix it.
Right away.
Shut the whole world down.
Right.
We have to tackle this problem. But what are we doing? Either we blaming, or either we saying we have no time on this and that, total negligent. Or you questioning all day long. Why Hashem gave me such a child? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. You can question until tomorrow. It's going to help you?
No.
No. What will help you? Get up.
And do something about it.
Do something about it. That's all. And I'm saying it to every couple here. People are calling me, complaining. I'm not Mr. Magic Man.
Or Mr. Dumpster.
I can be a hotel, okay. So come to my office, cry as much as you want, but I will not change the situation. The only one who can change the situation is you.
So why do we complain, Rob? If we know that.
Because we don't know how to take actions.
Is it something that just emotionally we need to let out and then we have to do something about it, or we just complaining because we're complainers?
No. For example, I'll take something extreme. A lady knows inside that she needs to depart from this husband. This husband for her is poison. He is mamash destroying her layer by layer. But now she don't have the guts. What people might say, I'm staying by myself, I have kids, what I'm gonna do? Okay, I hear, okay, fine. So why are you crying? If you decide to stay and eat it. If you don't want to eat it, get up and say, adios, hasta la vista. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're not for me. I cannot live with a loco. No. So she's staying, and she's crying all day long. That's normal.
No.
No.
And he doesn't want to seek for help, meaning he doesn't care. So even if you turn upside down, your situation will not get better. So either you take action, either you keep quiet.
So meaning we have to keep quiet? when we see people like that.
Your decision is not my decision. You know, it's your life. It's not my life.
So meaning you cannot help somebody. That person has to be willing to help themselves.
That's all you can do. Your job is to tell them this is the problem. Okay? Like I'm saying over here, you know, my advice, I'm only advising, I'm not telling you what to do. My advice, if you were my daughter, I'll tell you, pack your stuff. That's not for you. But the decision is all yours. I have to be as clear as I can. So my words, they cannot be interpreted to two ideas. There is one idea. Either you take action or you don't take action. Eat it and keep quiet. Because it was your choice. Okay. Now, am I entitled to my opinion? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
So why do you want to cancel my opinion?
Maybe it's the way it's given over. Maybe it's how it's said.
The Midrash is saying, are we accepting that the body of a woman is different than the body of a man?
Yes.
Yeah. Is the voice of a man is different than a woman?
Yes.
This we can accept, right?
Yes, Rav.
Why we cannot accept that the minds are different?
Rav, is it because we impose our beliefs onto someone else and it doesn't matter if they're male or female? Meaning a spouse imposes what he feels and he believes it's my way or the highway, or the wife feels that way. So they don't care about, they silence out the other person.
So my way or the highway, there is no way. This is not a relationship bichlal. This is welcome to the army. So if you want to register to the Israeli army, you're more than welcome. Okay? Over there is either my way or you're gonna take the highway straight to jail. There is no such a thing. And you cannot live with such a person. Everybody is entitled to his own opinion.
So Rav, when it comes to kids, right, don't we sometimes act that way? And we don't care about what they feel or think, and we don't think of them as people, or just more of do as I say and that's it?
Yeah.
So
So now, if it's the boundaries that you already set up, so now we're going back to discipline. If it's bedtime, homework time, this they understand very well. You have to set up boundaries, and within the boundaries, everybody has to know this one, nobody will cross it in any price. But within the boundaries, we have to have our ears very much open. And to understand that the child mind don't work like our mind.
Rav, what do you mean opened? Like, let's say you said kitchen is closed 7 o'clock.
1 second.
Oh, sorry.
You're going out and you don't like the face of the person that you're going out with. So I'm giving you two choices. You can say, I didn't like what I saw, or you can say, I didn't see any face bichlal. The person that I met had no face. Can you say it?
Oh, no,
Huh?
no. How could you say that
No.
he had no face?
I went to a date with an alien. No face. Can you say it?
No.
No. You say, I don't like this face. Okay, but there is a face there, no?
Yes, yes.
When you're saying, I don't like what you're saying, does it mean that it doesn't have a mind?
No, just means I don't agree with what you're saying. It doesn't.
Okay, but mind, does he have a mind?
Yes, he does.
Okay,
That's
good.
yeah.
Good. So we have two opinions. You have your opinion, I have my opinion. Very good. What does it mean when the Torah says, "Lo tisna et achicha bilvavecha"? You should not hate your brother in your heart. Hate? Since when a Jew is allowed to hate? We're not allowed to hate. Nobody. What does it mean you should not hate your brother in your heart? How about if you see a person that his heart is not like yours? Yours is much more open and much more giving and so on. So does it mean that it doesn't have a heart?
No, it's just different. How he different.
Good. So everybody is a person. Everybody is a human being. Everybody has a heart. Okay. That you have to understand his heart. Where is he coming from?
Right, what
And now talking about our kids. You know, every kid have a heart. Kacha. And pay attention. And I said it many times over here. The worst kid at home, the best kid in school. In school, they saying, what? Are you talking about him? He's such a nice boy. He helping everybody. At home he comes, pak, there. What happened?
It's the environment that the child's in.
Probably something at home is something
Is
we
off.
have to dig now.
Yeah.
Because if your heart is bad, it's bad always, no matter where you are. But a child, you know how many kids I had like that? The parents told me, this kid, and we don't know what to do with him. And then he comes to school. Angel. Whatever I ask him, he's running to do it with so much. You see, he has a heart. not for the house. Why? Who knows how they're judging him at home? Whom they're comparing him to? So he got to a point, he said, whatever I'll do anyway, I'm not good. So I'm not going to do. In school, we appreciate him. He'll do everything for us. Because we're judging him wrong. Parents, stop judging your kids. It's time to understand them. I don't say that they're not always right. Okay, because after all, they're kids. And sometimes the school can lose their patience also. But we have to, don't judge them. Until you're gonna find out exactly what's going on. Until you're gonna get to their place. And then see how you're going to react.
Rav, but could it be that those kids are better in school than they are at home? Because, I mean, it's like adults, when they date and they go out with people that they don't know, they're always nicer. So kids, the school is not a comfort zone. They're around people that they don't come home with. You know, of course, they're going to be on their best behavior.
Do you know how many kids not behaving in school?
No, I'm sure there's a lot of kids that don't behave in school.
So why these kids deciding to behave?
Maybe
I don't know.
is it because there's more structure or there's more understanding, no, Rav?
They know how to talk to him in school, right?
We are appreciating him. We don't judge him. He's a child.
Right, but there are children who are nicer to their friends in school, but they're not so nice to their own siblings at home. It's like,
It means what?
means that his friends are treating him better, or it just means he likes to
It
show
means
himself. It's
in
good.
the house, he knows already you don't understand him. His friends understand his language. We're judging our kids. Say the truth.
No, of course we judge them. We judge everybody, but
Okay.
sometimes I get the feeling that, you know, when it comes to strangers, kids always put on a nice act. I mean, it's a stranger. It's not.
Not in school.
People, listen to me. People they're becoming very good actors when they're going out and they like the girl. פתאום you see what an actor, השתבח שמו. Everything says yes, sugar, honey, sweetheart. He'll do everything. Let's talk 2-3 weeks after the wedding.
That's it, Rav. It's over. Show's
The show
over.
is over. Turn the light on. And גמרנו. That's nasty, boy. Oh, this is nasty.
There's so many of them out there, Rob, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Because he was a cool guy with a good job, you know. You're gonna have to change the view, the standards.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like kids are very slick. They're very tricky. They can show themselves like angels outside, but at home they can be completely opposite. You know, there are people who are people pleasers. They like to please outsiders, but at home, they don't care about the people around them at home.
Because outside they get compliments. At home, they get, you know what?
Shut up.
But also at home, Rav, מתפרקים, איך אומרים? Right?
Yeah. They let it out.
They let it out. Yeah. They feel comfortable, they let it
It
out.
all depends on the atmosphere at home. I'm telling you, some kids, they love to come home.
They love to come home.
They should be love to come home, but
Yeah.
I know some kids, they don't like to come home
Oh, okay.
because in school, they don't go through the hell that they're going at home.
Rob, let's say one of your children tell you that they hate coming home because of a certain sibling. How do you deal with such type of situation? Like, you know that their relationship is not so great, but as a mother, like, no matter how much you try to talk to both of the kids and you try to teach them that they have to be nice to each other and stop being verbally aggressive with one another.
What's the ages?
15 and almost 12.
Wow. That's a tough age.
Like, they fight a lot.
What is this? Two boys?
No, girls.
Girl, ooh, wow.
I feel like with girls it's more complicated than boys. No.
Yeah.
Tough
At this
cookie.
age, yes. At this age, yes.
Rob, are we going to be talking more about siblings and how to help them with each other? Okay.
First of
Yes,
all, we have to deal with, listen to me. The atmosphere, the parents will give the atmosphere. They deciding what atmosphere will be at home. If the atmosphere is peaceful, enjoyable, calm, respectful, the kids to follow. Many homes are very tense. You can see the impatient in the house. Because our priority list, our priority list is not good. Instead of sitting with the child and talk to him, I will prefer to fold the laundry.
So sad, Rob.
Yes?
It's very sad, Rob.
Or I'm watching a movie now on my phone, so I have to neglect my child. So why they should act?
Rob, what if you do give them the attention, but then you say at a certain time, it's mommy time? Like when it's bedtime already and they want to stay up and they want to manipulate. Is it okay to say now it's your time to sleep and now it's mommy or daddy time?
Yes.
'Cause you're
Yes.
setting boundaries,
That's the boundary.
right? I'm not saying that you don't give them attention all day and then this is just to add to it. I'm saying you give them the attention and you're there for them from when they come home until they go to sleep. But they don't take advantage of it, then what? Like you say, I'm available, but the kids, I don't want it. I'd rather do something else. I'd rather play by myself.
Okay. All they need from you, each one, is 10 minutes for themselves to feel them, to hug them, to give them some compliments like every person needs it. Don't you need it?
Yes, we need it very much. Rob.
How old are you?
100.
So imagine a child.
You're right. All of us need it, yes.
They needed so much more today's generation, I feel. No? And what's going on with everything?
Yeah, you see, the world is so crazy and everything else.
So
We have
critical.
we have to post so much love today, so much compliments, and to be creative, to be parents now is not an easy task.
That's
It's
right,
not my
Rabbi.
parents' time.
Had
It's
it
not
easier.
my parents' time.
I feel like parents back in the days had it much easier with their kids than we have it with our kids in this generation.
Absolutely. Why? Because they didn't have no phones, no
No
TV,
distraction.
no social media, and so on. So everything was husband, wife, kids, husband, wife, kids. That's it.
Right.
Or aunts and uncles. That's
Yeah.
cousins. yeah.
Today, kids became a part of the furnitures of the house.
Yeah. With too many distractions, yes.
Rav, so giving each child like 10 minutes, let's say you have Baruch Hashem, a large family, and you try to help out each kid as much as you want. I mean, with the little ones, they need help with the homework. Is that like, if you sit down and do homework with your child, is it like giving him attention?
No,
Is that enough?
no.
So you have to like what, sit down with him one-on-one and just have an open conversation with him about random
Yeah,
things?
open conversation. I missed you today all day. The same thing that you want to hear is things from your husband. Okay?
Mhm.
Think about your child. How about if your husband comes and say, you know, I missed you all day today. Get on the scale and tell me how much weight did you gain?
1,000 pounds. So, Rav, when we're speaking,
That's how a child feels. Why we don't understand that the child needs it? He needs it. You know, my mommy told me that she is waiting for me to come home every day. She misses me. Even though he doesn't show it, sometimes they're not going to show you. But inside, they feel so good. Pay attention. You know, I have a record. All the houses that Ima was soft and talking, ugly, not screaming, not this, the children are disciplined, unbelievable. And you see homes, wow, big balagan.
they're disciplined at a very young age, Rav, because of the soft-spokenness.
They feel that everything is coming from love. Okay, our time is up. I see. Wow,
Thank you, Rav.
we took it today all the way. It's 11 o'clock. Go to
We
sleep.
didn't want to tell you, Rabbi, that it's
What?
11 already. We didn't want to tell you it's 11 already.
Oh boy.
We wanted you to continue.
Please thank the Rabbanit, Rav. Thank the Rabbanit for the time. Thank you.
She is still at the wedding.
Oh, Mazal Tov.
Hashem should bless you. God
Thank
bless
you.
you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Rabbi. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Good
Rabotai.
night.
Thank you.
Go rest.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to learn. Now it's my time.
Wow. Kol hakavod. Chazak.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
Good
Enjoy.
night, W. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Rav. Good night.
Good night.
Night.